Greetings, Earthlings, Mississippi Slide here. Funny thing happened to me the other day. This mysterious thing landed on my doorstep. And I had to take it into the house, couldn't leave it out in the cold. So this is nicknamed Chicago Nights by the fellow who made it. Fellow named Chris over at Stanley Ray Guitars. Somebody posted on Facebook a couple of pictures of two of these. This one and its twin, which is a painted red. This one's got a blue color scheme. These are this and the other red one were basically the two prototypes for this model of double guitar that they're making now. As you can see, it's part Telecaster and part lap steel. And so these two prototypes, they're the first ones they made just to sort of figure out how they wanted to do it. They were, learned design refinements. The new production models, they got a little more efficient way they cut the wood. They weigh a couple of pounds less. This one's not too heavy, but the other ones are a little lighter, which is always good. But basically, he posted the pictures of these two prototypes, and on a lark, I just posted and said, "Oh man, I'd love to have one of those. I wonder what those cost." Basically, the new production models, each one is a custom build, and the price range is typically somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500. And he offered this one plus a case plus shipping because he just wanted to liquidate them and get a little bit of revenue flow. And made an offer I couldn't refuse, so here it is. I'm still deciding exactly how I'll have it tuned. I'm pretty sure that I will have it tuned the way it is now, which is basically that the Telecaster is in standard tuning. And the lap steel is in open E tuning. So, I thought about having both necks in open tuning, but it seemed like it'd be a little redundant to do that. It's like, if you're going to have them both in open tuning, they need to be in the same open tuning, either both in open G or both in open E or something like that. It'd have to be that way to be useful, to be able to use both parts in one song. And if you're not using both parts in one song, there's no point in using it. You might as well have something less heavy around your neck. And so, if they'd have to be in the same tuning, which would really make them redundant, because the slidey things I could do here would be not that different from the slidey things here. And so what occurred to me is there's a lot of cases where I'd like to be playing a little bit of standard tuning, but I'd like to switch over to something slidey for a little bit too, and this is the way to do it. And so, probably standard tuning on the Tele, and open E down on the lap steel is probably how I'll go with. I could also maybe put the lap steel to open G, but right now I'm leaning in that direction, but time will tell. So, interesting arrangement. There's a 5-way Fender Super Switch down here, the kind that goes on Stratocasters. The top 3 positions give you just the Telecaster. There's the neck pickup, which is very dark sounding. Here's the neck and bridge pickups together. Got a little bit of almost that ducky Fender sound. Here's the neck pickup by itself. Got a nice twang. In the 4th position, we get the lap steel pickup, and I forget which one of these two, maybe the neck, because it's a little dark sounding, are together. I think they're in parallel, pretty sure. And basically in the 4th position, you have both available at the same time. There they are, both of them. So you can go from playing between them. In the 5th pickup setting, it's nothing but the lap steel's pickup, and it's got a lot more fire to it. So you got a couple of options. You can keep it in the combined arrangement with pretty good tone, and you can go back and forth between them seamlessly. Or if you want a very specific tone, like if I want this strong lap steel tone, but then I want the telly to have nice bright twang. New string, still breaking them in, still stretching. Another bright twang. And so, as I was saying, if you want the more specific tones, then you just got to throw the switch when you switch. Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here tuning in the middle of a video. Look, they're brand new strings. They're breaking in. Give me a break. So, there's a clean tone, pretty interesting tones. Of course, you can... And here's the overdriven sound of the lap steel. So you know, there's a pretty good palette of tones you can choose here. So anyway, that's what's cooking here. You come out on the day that this is being taped. There is a fundraiser for Big Worm and his family this following Saturday. I'll use this for at least one song this coming Saturday. Maybe Folsom Prison Blues. We might use it for that. You know, as I'm sort of getting the hang of how to use this, and sort of, I've got, you know, I'm fairly good with lap steel, but I'm sort of having to relearn because you got to reach over it, like to get to the lap steel. And it's not too unreasonable to reach that way. It's just you got to sort of get acquainted and practice up on it a little bit. That. But the other thing too is I'm really kind of been lackadaisical about practicing my lap steel because I've been using it less often than other guitars. So now I've got no excuse. I got to get better at it, and like tunes like this, I need to get better at. said, still getting the hang of it, but we're coming along. So, more to come. Talk to you soon.